Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock friend.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of the show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news. It's very outside of the box.
Nailed it.
I love Friday. Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares.
Shattered A to B.
Shattered Uncut. Is that you? Shattered Cast.
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered Cast Uncut.
Complete fuckers. Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
shut the fuck up, Chip.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Sharecast Uncut. We are on episode 257, and it feels like it's been a lot more. So, this week, we only have 3. We got the B team. Yay!
If you don't like it, you should probably stop listening now.
Probably. We'll probably have a couple of people drop off, but that's fine. We're still here to do a show to entertain y'all, and that's what we're trying to do. So, this week, we have T2RX6, Justin, with us. How are you doing, fella?
I'm well, thank you very much, Matt. How about yourself?
I am good. I'm good. I having a good week. I'm out of classes, so it's the vacation, whatever, a little break, whatever we got.
Now for the listeners, it'll be Thursday night or Friday, but as of recording it, it's Wednesday. And you had a final tonight?
Yeah, I had a final tonight. I did that, and
how'd it go?
Was my last final. It was good. I have a B in one of my classes, and I think I have 2 in the other. I have A in the other 2 classes. So
nice, good work.
Good. Thank you. And we also have tonight joining us. We have Greg from Mercy. How you doing, fella?
Man, if I was doing any better, I'd be walking into heaven.
Probably with Chick-fil-A on one side and your hedgehog on the other one.
Fuck yeah. Who doesn't love nuggets?
I love that. Or with me, it would be Chick-fil-A and Crystal Burgers. So that would be my thing. But you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
The forbidden fruit.
It is forbidden. It should be. So, all right. Well, let's just go back around and let's tell everybody what we got. Justin, what'd you get this week, man?
Not a goddamn thing. At least I don't think I did. I've been trying to rack my brain. I'm like, did I get anything? But I don't think I did. So, it's been a slow week.
Yeah, it is always a slow week sometimes. Yeah. It happens. Yeah. Well, Greg, for Mercy, what did you get, fella?
Well, first I got in chronological order, I got my first 2 rounds of physical therapy.
Nice. For my herniated disc.
It is it's an interesting experience. I can't say it's fun. I can't say it's not fun. It's interesting. Piece of hell, I take a bunch of relaxers that make you sleep for fucking days at a time. And then I got what's his name? Paul Reiner. I got NECA Aliens. That's the sequel. Yeah. Paul Reiner and the concept art Alien, which combined the elements of the Warrior and then the original from the first. And I got a Bishop.
Nice.
Which I find funny that half a Bishop goes for like over retail. Like the one where he's ripped in half with all his guts hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
But then the full one goes for like less than half of retail. So you'd think that like a whole figure would cost less than half a figure. But
it's more iconic, I guess, for the half one.
For like that, like, well, for those like 5 minutes of screen time. And then TJ Duckett was nice enough to send me his review samples of the Iron Factory Fangs of Tyranny, I think is what the set was called.
Oh, the Coneheads?
The Coneheads, yeah, they're pretty cool.
They are.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. And for a production sample, like for an early production sample, they had to go back and fix because the heads don't like if you have to pop the heads off to transform them because they still were making tweaks to them.
Yeah.
They're really, really good quality for what they are. The only thing is the head on the screw's not long enough on Thrust's head.
Mm-hmm.
Thrust, that's the red one, right?
Thrust. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But other than that, yeah, they're nice. They make a good product.
They do. Iron Factory is one of my favorites.
They've come a long way from Turrets and Manacle. Is that what they were called? The Generations Metroplex. Target Masters.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. And that was, I think, what Blaster and some other ones were in that little stuff before.
That was a long time ago. Forgot totally about them.
That was actually what made me just kind of give up on Legends. I was like, man, if this is the way it's going to be. And ironically, the thing that's probably going to make me want to buy some more is Iron Factory.
Good stuff.
Yeah, and I think that's it.
Greg, have you checked out any of the Magic Square stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't messed with any of it. I've only seen the reviews and, like, based off Magic reviews and stuff, like, they look great, like, they really look like they'd be fun. But I'm terrified of picking any of them up because I'm like, it's a rabbit hole to fall down. I'm like, I'm going to buy one of these things and I'll be like,
oh, you gotta buy more.
Yeah, now I need the whole thing, So, I don't know.
But you know what? They'll probably finish a whole season before Masterpiece will.
You're probably right.
They're spitting them out real quick now. Which I was kind of worried about. They haven't really shown anything in a while. I just got in some of their stuff. But I have not seen anything new lately from them. So they spit out a lot of stuff in a couple months and hasn't shown anything since. But it's still, they're a really good company. I really like them.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like Tupac.
Almost like Tupac, yes. And Biggie too, and Biggie.
Yeah, it just seems like, I don't know. I feel like he was around longer. I mean, I'm sure he wasn't, but that was a long time ago.
It was. All right. Well,
yeah, I might pick up some of the. I might pick up the Bruticus, and I'm definitely getting the DJD.
Yeah. If you want to get a good one, get that Scorponok. It's really good too. If you can find that one. It's a really good one. It's huge for Legends, pretty much, but it's really good. It's a good one. The Seekers are really good too. They're just like the code heads, but they got some good stuff. So. Well, I got, since nobody wanted to ask me.
Sorry, man, I'm not good at asking that question.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I got the Magic Square. I got the Trailbreaker, the Blaster, and the Huffer in this week. And from Iron Factory, I got Jazz. Looking forward to it. Siege. I found Siege in Target, so I picked up all the deluxes. Nice. Cog, Skytread, Hound, and Sideswipe.
And so you just got Legends this week.
Yeah, a bunch of Legends, yeah. No, they're not that small. Come on now. They are pretty small, but the Siege stuff is. And I picked up the smaller ones, like the Micro Masters and the Target Masters. I picked up all those too. And I think Hasbro Toy Shop had a sale going on. I missed them. Everything sold out. But they made a mistake on the deluxes and charged them like $9.99, and you got 20% off. So people got them for like $7.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I need to find those the little Micro Masters.
Oh, you didn't hit me up, man. I'll go check Target tomorrow and I'll pick them up for you if you can find them.
If you see them and you see the rescue ones specifically, that's the ones I had as a kid. Then
the rescue ones. Okay, I'll go look tomorrow and everything. Cool. And finally, I got Flames Toys. I got Tarn, and I got the little kit Starscream, the little model kit.
I have not watched a review of that model kit yet, but I'm interested to see what your thoughts are on it.
It's really good. I liked it. It's a really fun build. It took me about 2.5, 3 hours. I'm sure other people could do it faster. This is my second time to build one of these.
Have you built a Gundam kit before?
Yeah, I built one Gundam kit.
So is it kind of like that, like the way it goes together?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you said this one. It says in the instructions you need glue. I mean, it says it would be best if you put glue on. So I didn't glue any of the parts yet, but it's fun. It was a fun build, really articulated. I love the sculpt of it. Some of it's falling apart, so I need to glue. Like I said, I need to go back and reinforce. But I'm sending it to a friend of mine, Sean. He's gonna paint it for me.
Nice.
And then he's gonna get back and send it back to me and everything. So after he paints it, I'll reinforce it hopefully and make it a little sturdier.
Nice.
Wait, you're sending it to Sean Long?
No, Love.
Oh, I didn't know.
Not Long. Why would I send it to Sean Long?
Big time now, Matt.
No, I'm not big time. But yeah, it was a really fun build. I had the Optimus Prime one too. I'm going to build that one on what show is that? God dang it.
Off the Sprint.
Off the Runner.
Off the Runner.
Off the Sprint, yeah. Off the Runner. So I'm going to build that one I'm really excited to do that. So, but yeah, the Starscream's pretty cool. It was a fun review to do and everything, and I like it. It's just no paint, so he's going to paint it for me. It's going to look pretty.
And Justin and Matt's credit, the Gundam he built was I can't remember what the class is called now, but they're the 144th ones that are like the little master grades.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is a small one.
Yeah, but they have like they have the parts count of a larger kit, but in a smaller scale, and he didn't rage quit and throw it against the wall.
Nice.
No.
In like 2 days.
That's pretty good.
I had fun with it too. It was fun. I mean, I guess I would get back into Gundam if I had the time and everything. It's fun. Like it's relaxing and everything. And like I said, I love these Flame Toys one. I'm really excited to build the Optimus Prime one too. So
nice. I was thinking. I actually did get something this week. Totally skipped my mind, but I was in my Walmart looking for Transformers and. All they have again is still Titans Return stuff, and they have these. Has anyone seen those They're like big G1, like soap bottle type figures?
Yeah, I got the Starscream one.
Yeah, and so they had those. But then I was walking through and in the bin of Christmas crap, they're like, hey, you need this for your stocking stuffer. They had those little bots. You know what those are?
Yeah, I haven't seen them yet though.
Yeah, so I saw them and I was like, I think I'll check 2 of these out. And so I got the little flashlight and I got a little boxing glove. And they're okay.
Oh,
they're cool. I would like to get some of the more interesting ones, like the cheeseburger, because it just reminds me of those old McDonald's toys.
I love those things.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, the breakfast platter one. You had a milkshake, and yeah, I remember those things. They were pretty cool.
Yeah. Apparently, if you went to the Bumblebee screening, they were giving out exclusive 2-packs of the bots. So that's going to be the new, what was that BotCon box set that was going for stupid money?
Which one? There was a couple of them.
But there was one that was going for stupid money. I don't remember. I just remember there was one that was ridiculous. But anyway, that's
Shy Glass, and then they had the Beast Wars one, or some other ones. The 2007 set, which was had the first the Seekers, and they said that they wasn't going to redo them again. And they did, and it pissed off a lot of people because they got they bought that BotCon set. So,
yeah,
that's cool. All right, well, cool. Well, I guess that's all we got. Let's move on to movie and show news. And we got Travis Knotts wants a CGI Cybertron set movie. So, there's spoiler warnings. Damn, I don't want to read it. I gotta watch the movie. Shit.
Let's see. I'll try to. Let me see.
You already know about it.
No,
I
haven't heard it. Oh.
It says I would love to see. Live action lighting and textures, everything else, so it has a feeling, but yeah, I would love to see that movie. I gotta tell you, that was one of the biggest thrills for me in this process, was bringing Cybertron to life and seeing the fall of Cybertron, just a glimpse of it, because that's where the animated series began, and we wanted to begin this film in the same manner to pay tribute to that, and it was so much fun. I tried to stuff as much as I possibly could into those opening moments, just because that's the movie I've always wanted to see. I would love to see a movie like that, yeah.
See, he gets it. That's all. And I've heard really good things about this movie. I mean, I've heard it's really good, the best one so far, and that Travis Knott did a really good job. And I'm really excited to see it next week. So, some people got to see the early screening. That wasn't around me well, actually, it was in Little Rock. I just didn't know, so I missed it. So, but
yeah, we had one, but Kit had to be up at 6 a.m. the next day to work. So
work.
Yeah, I've heard some good stuff about the movie.
Yeah, I've heard good things too, so we'll see. I remain optimistic. I've heard a lot of people saying it's actually one of the it's kind of the movie that we kind of hoped for, but I just the mixing of the Bayverse style with like this picture here that they show for this news feed, which is Optimus Prime looking super G1 truck. I'm like, that's cool. I could have dealt with that instead of Bayverse stuff, but Bumblebee still looks like Bayverse Bumblebee, It's weird.
Yeah. I just would. I wish Travis Knott would have started instead of Bay. To be honest, I think Travis Knott gets it. He grew up a fan, so I think he knows, how G1 is, in a lot of people's hearts, as far as collectors and stuff, and people that watch these kind of movies. And
all
so
right,
I think he gets it.
We're losing Matt. Can we move to Hasbro stuff real quick and we'll come back to third party, because I think he's about to flatline. He's trash talking Michael Bay.
Whatever. Anyways, I mean, I like the Bay movies. You know, they're fun. They did what they were supposed to do, made money. You know, big explosions, titties everywhere. But you know, I really wish that maybe if Travis not if it's good as everybody says, and it's actually getting good reviews also. I wish maybe Travis Knott would have started this. But we'll see.
Well, certainly. I mean, like certainly if it does do well like that would have been the thing to do. Or like at least like really make this a reboot and let him have his crack at it, instead of trying to tie it into what already exists.
Yeah, that's true. That'd be good. Yeah, just clean slate. Start off.
I'm willing to give it a chance. I'm probably still not going to see it until it comes out on Blu-ray or whatever. But I hope it is good for everybody's sake, because
Or that Pirate Channel. You might do it on the Pirate Channel too.
I don't do that.
Greg knows about the Pirate Channel.
So.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah. So we'll see.
Are you going to see it, Greg? Next week?
Oh yeah, of course I am.
Okay, cool.
Would you guys want to see the movie, like a CGI, like a whole movie that's all CGI with the Cybertron story?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, the last 5 movies have been CGI movies, so why not have one that's they've been 98% CGI? So why not have?
No, absolutely, that's true. But
would y'all want to see like maybe stuff that go to like straight Netflix or something, or Disney Plus or whatever Paramount works with? Would you want to see any of that stuff?
If there's an equal amount of chill to go with that Netflix.
There has to be an equal amount of chill. But I would love to see that stuff. But I would love to see like a start off at Cybertron and everything, and see the war and everything. I would love to see something like that. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, I think it'd be okay.
Damn it, Justin waits too long to be
I know.
polite.
He pauses, and he kicks in.
When Matt hosts, it's like dog eat dog. Like you just got to get right in there. It's like if Robert's hosting.
Oh wait, so you're saying I talk too much? Well, that hurts.
No, I'm saying you move at a rapid clip. Robert talks too much.
Oh, I get things moving. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't like the dead space. I don't like the awkward moment where we just sit there and like.
I like Dead Space 1 and 2. The third one was a little for me.
Was it still in space?
I bought all 3 of those games and have never played any of them.
Oh, the first 2 were really good.
Yeah, I've heard good things. It's like one of those things like I always meant to go and sit down and try it and just never got to it. One of these days. Need to retire from life. Just go sit in my basement.
Don't
I
we
made
all?
the mistake of trying to play. Yeah, I made a mistake. I made the mistake of playing 1 and 2 like back to back, and then the third one came out, and like by the time I got the third one, I was just fatigued like by the whole. Like, and there's some other stuff. That's what gets me with games. Like I just buy them, and I'm like, I'll play them when I have time, and then I just try to play them back, and I never finish any.
My wife will not buy any more games for me for Christmas because like she's purchased games that have, next Christmas is coming. I've never even opened them, and like she's like, yeah, I'm not doing this
I do have movies, man.
Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, I just feel bad. Like I just, I don't have time to sit down there all the time anymore.
I got tons of Blu-ray movies I haven't opened. I just get them. I don't know why. Emma and Belissa's like, why do you even buy a movie? Do you even watch them? I'm like, I don't know.
We pretty much buy movies and
to our
like
kids or something.
We put the code in and then just put the Blu-ray on the shelf. And like, I have no idea if like 90% of these Blu-rays work or not. Like they could all be defective. I would have no idea. And we just watch it all on Vudu. So.
That's the way of the future now, is to get everything on digital.
Yeah, but I still like my physical copies. Like
I do too.
I'm that that grouchy old man who's like, no.
Oh yeah.
I can't do without my physical media. What if they shut down my server?
I know. What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
Justin's gonna be like 78 years old. May or may not have cancer, and the Asian neighbor from next door is gonna come over and be like, "Where'd you get all these tools? How'd you buy all these?" And he's like, "You get them over time."
Exactly.
I started with G.I. Joe the animated movie, and I have all these. I don't know if you've seen Gran Turismo.
I know of it. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Man. Well, that's good. So like I said, I'm really excited for the movie next week. Are y'all going to see that? Anybody, Greg, are you going to see that movie? With the moving cities, whatever.
I'll probably, Mortal Engines. I'll catch that probably on. I'll catch that probably on.
The pirate shit.
What do you call it? No, I don't use the Pirate Bay.
Oh.
Man, that's illegal. It gives you viruses. I use an elite site that you have to be invited to.
Oh, I got you. I'm gonna go see it. Lisa wants to go see it. Really, she said it looks really interesting, so we'll probably go see it this weekend.
I have this weekend. Well, this weekend we have Spider-Verse and Aquaman.
What do you guys think? I mean, obviously you're interested in seeing Spider-Verse because you're going to see it, but like. One of the things that kills me about it, like, I like the animation, but I hate the choppiness to it. Like, I guess it's trying to kind of be, like, artistic and, like, you know, I guess, like, a flipping of a page of, like, a comic book or something. That's why, like, you know, the movements are choppy and stuff. But I'm like, I really wish it was drawn like this and like that, but, like, everything was smooth. I don't know. The non-smoothness of the movie kind of bothers me.
Well, apparently they did everything for a reason. Like that was their challenge.
Yeah.
It wasn't even about the final product as far as like, I mean, it was story too, but it wasn't about like one final product. Like it wasn't like just having a good story or just having a good visual or just having this or just doing this. Like they took everything into account to make a good whole. But in two, I mean, trailers are made up of earlier footage anyway. I mean, and with a movie that's CGI, you know, like we're animated.
Change that up real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's always going to be weak until the end. So
is Aquaman this weekend, or is it next weekend?
Yeah, Cody went and saw it today.
I thought Aquaman's next weekend. Huh. Oh no, he saw it early and showed it. He saw, I think they showed up.
Oh, he got the Amazon showing.
Yeah, I think the official release is next weekend actually. So it's going up with Bumblebee. Huh.
Oh man, my money's tight for the holidays too. Like, I'm like, how am I gonna afford 6 movie tickets, possibly 8 or 10? But like movie tickets are like $12 a piece now.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, I kind of see why all these couch cowboys with their fucking illegal Desperado.
Couch cowboys.
Yeah, with their illegal Desperado devices.
Are they wearing boots?
Maybe, I don't know what they do.
Just only boots, man. That's what I would rock. Just only boots, man.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of my thing with like the movies is like so many times, like it was like so when I was in college, I loved going to the movies in college. Like with my roommate there, like we'd always go, just because like you know the local theater was like $5 or $6 to see a movie. Like whatever, if it's shit, it's $5. You know, but like now it's like I would be fucking pissed if I saw the last Transformers in the theater, because like for me to go, like I mean, yeah, it's $15 a person here, and then like so I'm not gonna go by myself. I'm gonna bring my wife, so that's $30. And then if like God forbid she wants popcorn or a soda, you know, then like I'm on the hook for like another $30. Like suddenly it cost me $60 to go see a movie, and if it's a shitty movie, I'm like, well, I could have made popcorn and soda at my house. You know, like I didn't need to go and buy the stuff from the vending, whatever counter. So
me and my friend Chris used to do that too. We'd go watch movies all the time. I remember we would watch like crappy movies just to go watch them, just to go to the movie. I love going to the movies. Me and Lisa, that's one of our favorite things to do is to go to the movies and everything. So
yeah, and I get that, you know, and like I love going to the movies too. I just don't $30 love going to the movies, you know?
Right.
You know, like I would love to go and just see crappy movies for, you know, $5 a shot or whatever. So, you know,
like the dollar movies. Whatever happened? I don't see any dollar theaters anymore.
Yeah, I know.
I miss that.
We had a Cinemark.
We did too.
And they used to do that, and so we'd go rewatch movies later. And we'd get the popcorn, and that would be the experience. Like, we'd pay $2 to see Civil War, and then, like, $6 for popcorn. And, you know, it was like balling on a budget. Like, we had already seen the movie before. So it was
because they always got the movies late. You know, it was like 2-3 weeks later, or even a month afterwards and everything. But, you know, still, you only paid $1.
Yeah, and then, I mean, like, you know, the actual experience of going to the theater is, I mean, you can't recreate it at your house. Like, I don't care what you do, like you really can't recreate the same experience, you know.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, no, I just wanted to like the reason I brought that up. I just wanted to finish real quick, and then I'm actually
sorry
for like 2 minutes, because I have to go to the bathroom. The reason that that I like going to it's not that one. It's more of a trip. It's like a cup of coffee I had. The reason that we like going there is because you get the movie experience. They had arcade games, like all the stuff that like theaters used to have. And it was like $2 for the ticket, and you could afford to spend the rest of the money. So then Cinemark, I think it was Cinemark. I think it's Cinemark. That's the one with the triangular logo, right? Yeah. Anyway, they saw that that theater was getting a lot of traffic, so they're like, "Oh, we'll convert it into a regular theater again, since people go there." And it kills the magic, because now you got all those bells and whistles, and you've got $12 tickets. You can't justify spending the extra money on the whistles now.
Dude, I remember my theater when I was a kid had the Turtles game in it, and I remember we used to go and we'd always. What's that? Anyway, well, they had the Turtles game in there.
It's pizza time.
Yeah, we used to go and play that Turtle game when we watched the movies and everything. After the movie be out, we'd go there and we'd spend, we'd have like $5 in quarters and just, play that Turtles game all the
So
time.
my wife has never played it, and so when I set up this this arcade 1-up machine and I converted it to a main.
Oh, did you get one?
Yeah, I got the Street Fighter one.
Oh, nice.
And then I promptly basically disassembled it and turned it into something else. But yeah, so now it plays everything, I mean, within reason. Like, obviously, I can't play, like, that Terminator game that had, like, the light gun attached to it and stuff like that. But, I mean, like, all the old beat-em-up arcade games, like, all those are on there now. And so she had never played Turtles, so I was like, come over here. Let's play some Turtles. And I was like, God damn, this game is... Like, I loved that game as a kid. I'm like, but it's fucking brutal. Like, to get through from beginning to end, I'm like, yeah, we definitely would have spent, like, $20 in quarters. Yeah.
You gotta put some work in, man.
Yeah.
You just gotta hit from the angles, man.
Yeah.
Like you approach them from a downward angle as you're swinging.
Yep. I mean, that's how you have to do it.
Who'd y'all use?
I love Donatello. She likes Raphael.
I use Donatello.
I'm sorry. You're Donatello, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's awesome.
That's who I used. Who'd you use, Greg?
Donatello or Michelangelo. Donatello for the reach, and Michelangelo because he was my favorite at the time.
Donatello had the reach. Yeah, that's the. So that's good.
Do you have the old Ninja, like the original Ninja Gaiden game on there?
Yeah.
Oh, Ninja Gaiden, nice.
Yeah, because that game was so much different. Like, I played the arcade game, and then I got the actual game, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah, it's nothing. The arcade game is nothing like the Nintendo game.
All right, cool.
The game's not good, but yeah.
No. Good times. Well, I guess we'll move on.
It was like internet dating. It was like internet dating when you're 8. You know what I mean? Like, you're expecting one thing, then you get catfished, and when you get home and plugged into your Nintendo, it's something completely different. You're like, this isn't that bad. It's still a video game, so it's not bad, but
yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna go to my hole.
Yeah, go to your hole. Right. We got third-party news.
Yay!
Up first, we got KFC PM Prime. We got some renders, and I was watching ETR, and they were trashing this as always, like they trash every Transformer. I don't think this looks terrible, to be honest. I mean, it kind of looks like a upscale G1 version of Power Master.
So this is the thing about this is, like, when I look at this, like, I really hope that it looks janky as all hell, just because it is a render, and it's entirely possible that that's the reason it looks like this. But, like, it looks entirely devoid of personality,
Like bland. It's really bland.
Yeah, it's like, like.
But I think that's what makes it, kind of special.
I don't know. Like, the thighs look like nothing to me. And it's entirely, like I said, it's entirely possible because it's a render, because, like, you can't see his feet sticking out at all when you look at the bottom. Like, there is no like foot portion to his foot by the looks of it, and it's probably because in the render that's, the light's hitting every piece the same because of the render, and it makes it look weird. But I don't know. I won't be trading in my Make Toys or Fans Hobby, whatever their name is.
Fans Hobby. Yeah, no, I wouldn't either. But to be honest, like I said, I don't think it looks terrible. I mean, I think Haikyuu looks pretty, neato. I love the base mode. It looks pretty cool, and I like the truck mode. It looks fine. Like I said, I don't think I would trade in, Power Base or anything for it, but I just don't think it looks terrible like, a lot of people are saying and everything. I think it looks fine.
Yeah, so, and the one thing that I can go on for this renders that maybe, saves this is like if you look at the truck mode where the back's open and Skids is driving in, like that's got to be the X Transbot Skids, right? In a rendered form. And that thing looks like shit, but in person, like, it's pretty darn good looking in car mode.
So, it was, yeah. It's a beautiful car mode. Yeah. Love the paint.
I mean, if Optimus gets that type of finish on there and stuff like that, it might not look so bad.
That's true.
Well, that's the first time we've seen this, so it's probably an early render.
Oh, yeah. Give it time.
Last show, when we were talking about Overboard, I mean, were we talking about how, like, kind of stylized and, like, off the G1 that the Power Baser was? But, like, if you remember Ginrai from was it Master Force?
I think so,
he was kind of lanky.
Yeah.
Like, he was even lankier than Optimus.
Yeah, he was.
So, I think if this, like, once you start seeing this in, like, 3D, like, actual build, you're going to get some of that. And the feet on the Ginrai model, animation model, were nowhere near Optimus Prime's feet. He had those little hooves because that's what the toy was like, because they were going to combine it with whatchamacallit.
Right. The God Bomber.
God Bomber, yeah.
Which they showed a picture.
They're doing here too. I wonder if this is gonna be like are they just showing the individual things, or are they gonna be like, are they 2 releases, or is this gonna be like a set?
Once they do a 2-pack.
Yeah.
That'd be expensive.
It's weird that they show
separate.
Picture 1 is Optimus from the front, and picture 2, I can't tell, is it Optimus wearing the Ginrai or the God Bomber stuff, or is that God Bomber by himself?
I think it's him wearing the armor.
Because I don't see much.
Well, you see where his arm cannons are. We'll see the arm cannons. They're on there.
Yeah.
And I think this is the God Bomber suit.
I think you might be right. I'm trying to.
Plus the feet. He's got
match
the
up things
on.
Here with the panels from picture 1 and then how things are tacked on for.
Well,
he's
got the platform shoes too on.
Yeah.
Too.
The only thing about this then, like, I feel almost like if God Bomber is just going to be upgrade armor for him and not his own figure, because it almost doesn't look that way.
Sorry.
You know?
I know that Android ringtone.
So, are you, I mean, too early to say, I guess, but would you potentially be in on this, Matt? All right. I think he took the call. So we should probably move on. Let's leave him in the dust.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
I might be on this depending on the final product. But what I was going to say, wouldn't it be funny if this thing was the least accurate figure that KFC X Transbots ever put out, and it was just made of solid fucking die-cast? And like everything that people asked for, it was painted. There was like 16 coats of paint on it.
I would definitely buy it then.
Yeah, if I was Keith, man, Keith's fucking rolling. Keith's got like 12 yachts and.
Oh yeah, he's on one now, probably.
Yeah, so like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet he listens to Shattercast too.
He should just start trolling people. And just he'd be like, "Oh yeah, your criticism? Okay, I take your criticism."
All diecast.
Yeah.
Do you guys think the? Do you guys think the God Bomber transforms into a robot mode? I'm looking at picture 3, and there looks like some kind of joint. In the glove area.
You know what the thing with God Bomber is, though, Justin? Honestly,
mostly who cares?
You're a fool if it doesn't.
I want mine to transform. I need Fans Hobby to come out with theirs that transforms. But since we saw Double Evil Overlord for like 7 years now, it's probably probably like a
Oh,
good
it's
3 or
only
4
been
years out.
2. Calm down.
So
It's alright.
I heard the Fans Project. Did that one actually get released yet?
which one?
The FP one?
Fans Project. Or no, the Make Toys. God Bomber.
I think you could get it in a 2-pack of something.
Because if that's the one that got reviewed, the review I saw and heard about, I heard that thing was a piece of shit.
Well, that God Bomber, he didn't actually that one didn't transform into the robot. It was just armor bits, I think. It's just like a trailer.
I think it's the transforming figure then that's coming out.
Oh.
To go with it. I think there's a different version then, because I think it's one that's supposed to be a robot. I might be wrong. It's just it's comments I see in passing from the reviewer. Like that. Matt, you're in that chat.
Which one?
You're in exclusive chat.
Oh, I am? Yeah.
Exclusive Internet Rock Charge chat that doesn't have T2X6 on it.
He don't like chats, so it's
Not
okay.
really.
That's
I
fine.
don't really follow chats. Private messages, sure.
He's
I'll
not
get
a
back
chit-chat guy.
But, you know.
I try to talk to him all the time, but he never really responds back, so.
You should talk to me. I would make time for you, Matt.
Oh, I got you on my around 30 minutes, man.
Yeah, that's going to happen. I just got to figure out when time is good for that. But I will make time for it, I promise.
Thank you.
Well, you've got Matt's got 12 slots in a day available.
Exactly. I do. I have a lot of time on my hands. God damn. I'm sorry. I have no life, but whatever. Anyway, so.
You're repeating people now.
Well, I'm what?
You're repeating people, aren't you? Didn't you just do a second one with Jason Morgan?
I did. That was my first one.
Oh, I thought your post said it was another.
No,
Oh,
I
maybe
usually.
it's another episode of. I thought you meant it's another chat with this guy.
No, not that. But hey, guess what? We have color images of the Iron Factory DJD combiner, and I think it looks fucking awesome.
I think it looks like shit. This is exactly like this turned out just as bad as I expected it would be with all these mixed matched colors.
Oh, I love that, dude.
Yeah, I was wrong with my predictions of how things would go together when we saw the gray prototype. But at the same time, I was kind of right too, because it still looks just as bad as I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, this looks good. I'm excited for this. Iron Factory, you got a place in my heart, man.
I'm gonna get this set because I want to have this team, and this is a good way to get them without I thought without breaking the bank, but then you look at what you get, and you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty expensive.
Anything to have just like the MMC, and it's still proportionally just as expensive.
You don't have to combine them. They look really good separate. So I think I've said this before. I think even if they didn't do the combine thing, I think they still would have done really well. Just as a single releases and everything. So, I guess the combining is just a little icing on top of the cake and stuff. But they look good separate.
I agree with that. It's a good set. If I was getting these, I'd never combine them. Never.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people will. I'm sure that people are just going to get them for the single modes and stuff.
Yeah. I could be swayed into this set because even though I'm not a huge follower of the comics, the idea of the DJD was cool enough that I was buying the MMC ones at one point. But, now I'm not anymore, obviously. So.
I bet these get out before MMC's finish.
I bet you're right.
And they only got 2 left, I think. Was it 2 or 3 left? I think maybe 2. They got 2 left.
Leave it to the government employee to endorse buying a government death squad, even though he doesn't. It really
is. That's how I do it.
So I'm like I said, I like the combined mode, but I think people are going to get these just for the separate modes also, and I think they'll be good either way. So. Yeah.
How much is the set? Is this one? Because I know the Ruination one's $169, according to TF Source. Because I got an email about it, so I think this one's a little more expensive though.
You think so?
$89.
Which
might be wrong.
Something like that. I think the 2 big guys come by themselves. The Tarn comes by itself, and then they got a 2-pack of the other.
Yeah, so that's right. It was.
I think the 2-pack is $69.99. I think with the electric chair and Voss, and then Tarn by itself, I think is $35 to $40. I think, and I think the big guys are up there. I think they're around $59. I think, give or take.
cut out the fucking combining gimmick and make it a little cheaper. I don't know. I just have a hard time, like, it's just third-party pricing. Like, it's weird. Like, when they first started doing Legends, it worked out to be like $20 a piece. You're paying $12.99.
Yeah.
The Hasbro product. And then it's like, now you're paying $35, $40 for a Legend.
You're paying MP. You're paying MP prices. You know,
yeah,
the MP.
You're paying like $70 for a deluxe.
Wasn't yeah, $60 for an MP car? Was it? I think.
Yeah, like Japanese like masterpiece prices before they upped the game with the Sunstreaker. Yeah, it was like $69.
Yeah. I think Sideswipe. I think like what $59.99. I think was when he came out.
Yeah, I think so.
So now you're paying MP prices now.
Because the Red Alert anime was so cheap that like it was actually cheaper to get them from Big Bad Toy Store than it was from Japan. But he was the one because like everything else is still cheaper.
And I think that I don't know. Do you think that will hurt the Legend games? That the higher the prices go, do you think that people will be like, I'm paying, you're paying MP prices, and MP scale prices for these Legends.
I think these guys were, because I've heard that like these guys all like hang out, like they're friendly.
Oh yeah, they go out and eat steak together and stuff.
Yeah, it's probably like a lot of the third-party drama. Like, if you scratch the surface, it's like basically pro wrestling, like level, like drama, and like they all hang out. And I've heard that from a few different people that are based in China that are associated with the companies. And like I almost feel like they were just sitting around like some raw fish guts and some questionable soup.
And racist.
It's not racist.
Racist.
No, not really. But I have a feeling these guys like were like, you know what we can do? Let's start pushing out like all these like other characters for cheap, and we'll get them started. First hit's free, as the Americans say.
X Transbots did that, didn't they? I didn't know they weren't free.
Their prices have stayed. Yeah, X Transbots prices have stayed.
Which one was it? Was it Zeta that did it?
Zetas were cheaper than the Toy World price point. X Transbots did Crack Rock for.
Oh yeah, $49.99. Yeah, $39.99. Yeah, something like that.
Raised the price a little bit, but it was apparently it was always known, even though only retailers knew it. From what I gather, it was kind of like a good faith pricing, which, whatever.
Gotcha.
I don't know, man. Like, I like these. Like, I like these Seekers or these Coneheads. Like, I like them a lot. Like, I don't know. I might pick up some. I mean, it really is a kind of a more viable option. Like, you can get like a whole lot more in a whole lot smaller space. But then when you're paying the same prices, though, like when you start paying the same prices for, like a sixth of the toy, like, I don't know.
Yeah, makes you think about it, and everything. So
must be nice to collect all of them, Robert D.
Yeah, I collect all of them.
Must be nice to collect everything under the sun, Matt Baldwin.
Yeah, Matt, I'll be a little surprised that when I see the stuff you've got, I'm like, I don't know where he's getting the money for all this.
I don't know.
Matt is secretly a rich person, I think.
I'm just telling you, man, it pays well. It pays well. I'm just putting it out there, man. Plus, I sell my toilet selfies. I'm starting to sell those, and they're hitting really well too. So
I really didn't know
for you, Matt.
Somebody like the stuff you got and the stuff you pre-ordered the last couple weeks, and I'm like, how the fuck is this guy?
I ain't pre-ordered shit, man. What are you talking about? I don't pre-order anything, man.
You pre-order MP44 from Japan?
Oh yeah, didn't I? Shit.
And then you got that Tarn. And
I don't have to get the Prime.
But it's like, Jesus.
Well, Tarn was from, I had a lot of money left over from TFCon. That's the only reason why I got Tarn. If I didn't have that, I wouldn't have got him.
Matt's spending that Reba McEntire fancy money.
Greg's kind of salty, like an ocean. You hear that waves? I hear the waves coming in.
I don't think it's salty. I think it's.
Oh, jealousy?
Oh. I mean, I would hate to say it, but like I feel like I'm a little jealous. You got a ton of shit you're getting. So,
I ain't got no shit, man.
Well, I don't know where you're getting the money.
I don't know where I'm getting it.
Do it on the side. I mean, it's not like you have a 9 to 5 or
I don't.
6.
I still get paid though. Anyways, I don't know why. I don't know why y'all hating.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying.
Are y'all gonna hate on this Planet X IDW Starsaber? Are you gonna hate on that?
Hold on, don't change the subject. I'm gonna buy a Ouija board with my last.
Are y'all hating on this Planet X?
I want to summon Ronald Reagan for the war on drugs.
Are y'all hating on this Planet X Starsaber?
All right, hold on. This guy? Okay, we're moving to Planet X Starsaber apparently, Greg.
What do y'all think of this fella?
I think it looks good.
It looks good.
I am, I kind of forgot about Planet X as a company, and Starsaber looks good. So
you're not
like to see alt modes.
Fan. Would you get it?
What's that?
I said, well, you're not an IDW follower. I didn't mean. I wasn't trying to cut you off there. I was just kind of in the moment. But would you get it? Because you just said that you're not a DJD fan.
So I would consider it just because, like, I mean, Starsaber as a character, has so little, I guess, like, relevance in my collection, in my life, I guess. So I would consider getting it just to, have, like, a cool-looking Starsaber. Like, I have no basis of, like, oh, he has to look this way, because, like, I really didn't care about Victory, So.
Well, just informed decisions. Victory was a benevolent leader who took and made sure he went to class.
I remember that part.
This is IDW Starsaber is a homicidal religious zealot.
It's okay.
Hey, do y'all see in the third picture? Do y'all see on his back his screaming face? Do y'all see that, or is it just me?
Let me see.
Nothing. Nobody. All right.
I'm not looking at the pictures. I'm just going off the memory.
Well, when people look at the picture, they'll see it. It's a screaming face.
Let me see.
See.
I'm having trouble getting the link open here. Here we go. Third picture. Oh, I see it.
You see it?
Yeah, I definitely see it.
So I think we talked about this some earlier shows that Planet X is going away from their, when they start off video game stuff. What do y'all think about them doing, new characters that are not in the video game and stuff?
I think it's fine. Like, you need to carve out some kind of niche. Like, I think staying with the video game stuff is also fine if that's what you want to do, but I have no problem if you want to move on into something else.
Nice.
I think they're kind of killing it with their IDW stuff, like to the point where I think they crushing MMC's repeat game.
I don't know. MMC.
I still wanna win that RC. So if you could still rig that for me, that'd be great. But yeah,
I entered that too.
I think they're what is this, their second IDW style release? The
what
last
was the first one?
Desars?
Oh, Desars. Yeah. They got Desars.
And they did another one. They did another one though too, though.
No, I think Desars is the only one they it's not out yet. But they're putting that out, and this. Those are the only ones I got.
If I had to choose, I would pick the MMC G1 style Desars over the Planet X IDW just because. But because it's G1. But
yeah.
I don't know. I think their stuff looks pretty good.
Yeah, this looks really good. The Starsaber looks. I like it. I don't think I have anything Planet. No, I'll take that. I have the Starscream. But other than that, I would pick this up if I like Starsaber and stuff. So.
Oh, well, you do have the Starscream. Didn't you have issues with your or like tolerance issues, or am I mistaken?
I did. I had some.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I do remember that. That was one of your first videos, I think.
No, it wasn't one of my first, but it was around there. It's old. It's an older video, but yeah, I had some issues.
It took me a while to figure out. I was like, what did I own that was Planet X? And I remember it's their Soar or whatever. Their knife bird. I just remember that thing was so sharp. Kalis, that's what was his name.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I never got any of the Dinobots. I never got those at all.
You remember when their Omega was like the hot ticket third party item?
Oh yeah, wasn't there an add-on kit for it?
And yeah, well no, I think that was like a pre-order bonus from like a certain site or something. I might be wrong. It was like an LED set.
I do remember that. Yeah.
I thought it was tracks too. Didn't it come with tracks or something?
It might have come with extra wing pieces. It's possible.
So I think Bobby did a review on it. I remember him doing something like that on it.
I remember P.O. did the first video of it I saw. It was 2 weeks after we got our car. So that was 6 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Because I remember listening to it as I was going through the car dealership's complimentary drive-through. If you bought the car from them, you got all the car washes you wanted, unlimited. You could go through all day over and over and over again, and they wouldn't say shit. And I remember going through, and I was trying to listen to what he was saying. I had to keep rewinding because all I heard was.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You know,
I always wanted that thing, and I'm glad I didn't buy it because, now, now, all other options we've gotten since then. But
I was gonna say, I think it's crazy that when all this type of stuff started, is it was where would third party be in 5 years? And I was like, well, 5 years has come and gone, and it's still around.
Yeah.
So, where will it be in 5 years from now? I don't know, but probably not much different than it is now. I feel like just move to different things.
lines.
So.
I'll move on to different lines, yeah.
Different times without extradition laws.
Right. It's a shame Robert's not here because you know what I found out today? There is a whole third-party Dragon Ball Z figure arts company. I was like, what? I had no idea this existed. So.
Don't tell him.
Yeah.
Cut the show. Order him them and send them to him as Christmas presents. Let him gush about them, and then we'll spring it on him. We'll do a whole thing. We'll do an experiment. Where do you see Robert D in 1 year? And we'll wait an entire year and be like, hey, Robert, just for chaos. You know that, right?
Well,
Robert's
still not talking to me from last week, so we'll see.
Well,
we'll see if he hears this on the show and decides to talk to me this week. So.
I don't listen to the show.
He's really holding a grudge.
I don't know. I asked him, I said, how you doing, buddy? And then he saw it and didn't respond. I'm like, oh, Robert.
Did you see that comment I posted in the chat from Eyes Covered?
I did not.
I thought you would get a kick. Matt didn't understand it, and Bobby didn't understand it. He said it was a comment on last week's show. Because you asked me what it meant. You said you didn't get it. And I asked you if you played the role-playing games. And you said no, and that was kind of the end of it.
Okay.
He said Justin something. Or Justin starts the call. Wild Detox appears. Justin casts hang up. Super effective. Justin casts Wild Detox performs revive. Justin casts hang up.
That's pretty
funny.
funny.
Detox fainted. Yeah, that should have me laughing in the doctor's office a little bit more than it should.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I did not see that, but shout out to that. That was good stuff.
Yeah. See, he gets it, Matt.
Okay, that's good. I'm happy. But unfortunately, we're done with third-party news. We got Hasbro news. Yay!
Not much of that either.
We got some more MP44 hype. I think these are going to be the instructions. Yep, we got the instructions on how to transform this big fella. And we got a lot of pictures and awesome.
What is going on with the human figures? Like,
you don't like those birthing hips?
I fucking hate the human figures here. Like, I don't understand.
They got an ab crunch though.
Yeah, they have an ab crunch and no fucking face. Like, once again, they're still mush face, but they're like, you know what would really make, this Spike figure look awesome is an ab crunch. I'm like, no, it breaks up the little figure way too much. Like, what is Spike and Sparkplug doing on my shelf that I really give a shit if they have an ab crunch? Like, give them a face, give them personality. If a company like Dr. Wu can do it, like, fucking Hasbro and Takara can do it,
Well, we can do it with joints that break and, like, or a minimal articulation.
Right.
Or no articulation.
And that's true. They have some of them don't have any articulation, and that sucks. But at the same time, the ones like the partners, the ones that just had the legs, the knees, the elbow, and the shoulder, and maybe the head. I can't remember. Like, that's all it needed to be. And I could tell which character it was by looking at it. Like, this one, I can tell which one's Sparkplug and which one's Spike, because one's fat and one's not. But, like, there's no personality to him.
What about Carlos?
All right, hold on. Let me correct you.
Hold on.
First of all, body gaming's not cool. Okay? Second of all, how close to your shelf do you need to be to look at the old man and the two underage kids?
That's fair.
No, I had more in my head, and then I was like, get away, bad thoughts.
Why they got all birthing kits?
Fine from a I mean, I think they're supposed to look good from a distance, and the fact that you can emote them more with the ball joints and whatnot. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the ball joints were completely unnecessary for the scale of figure that it is. I would have rather them focus on other things. That's all.
Well, Wei Shang probably knocked these off and oversize them, make them look like zombies, like they did with the Spike from the MP10 or the MP10.
Oh yeah.
The one that came with it, and he looked like a fucking Walking Dead zombie.
Yeah, dead Spike.
What do y'all think about the explosion of the transformation? Explosion.
I don't think it's necessarily that much of an explosion. I mean, it's not bad cube level.
No,
like,
I don't mind. It don't bother me.
It's pretty fluid to get it apart and back apart, unlike certain figures that you kind of got to like massage the panels into place.
Yeah, I think it looks fine.
Yeah, I think
this thing looks beautiful. I'm fucking so excited for this thing.
When you look at, I'm trying to figure out which picture it is here. Go down here. It's picture 13, scans 13, which is hard to see here, so you might want to scroll up to just the postings of it. It's like they show, I guess, like a cartoon drawing of Optimus in truck mode, and then there's like the base open, and then like the trailer in black and white, and then to the right there is, it kind of looks like they show the trailer and then they show, I don't know what that is. Like, it's clearly got the human figure next to it, but I don't know what I'm looking at actually. Do you see what I'm talking about? In the very bottom corner?
Hold on, let me pull up the pictures. My iPad was dead. I thought I had plugged in. I didn't actually have to plug in.
God damn it. Hold on.
It's 13, and then just scroll up so you can find the bigger version of that picture instead of looking at the like opening 13.
13. Okay. Oh, okay. So
yeah, like what is that in the bottom? Is it just saying like you can lie the figure down in? Oh, is it okay? Is it the gun emplacements that go on? That would be on the side panels of Optimus's base. Is that what they're saying? That he can sit in there? I think that might be what they're saying.
Could be. I have no idea, man. I see a long hall or a hallway. I guess that's the trailer.
Oh, okay. Hold on, I'm looking.
Okay, so I guess one of the pictures is showing. I guess that's where the where it's like the med bay or something, where the trailer stands up.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one below that, yeah, it looks like a. Oh, that's where the armature, whatever the missile thing. That's where he can sit in, the human.
Yeah, I think I see that now. At first, I couldn't see because it's like
it's standing straight up instead of flat.
It's weird how it's angled in that picture. Which is
so I guess you can put the humans in there. That little.
I mean, I would expect you to be able to do that, right? I mean, you could do that with the current MP10 trailers, and not being able to do that would be a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Starscream thing. I love the battle damage. It's gonna go well with MP36.
Yeah, the battle damage is cool with the little like hose coming out like his abdomen area.
Yeah, abdomen. And
it's gonna have looks like it's gonna have moving mouth parts too.
Oh really?
Or moving mouth. Now, if it goes along, because I can't tell from this picture, because they show a separate piece, I don't know if it's a button or if it's gonna be something that's gonna be controlled with the sounds. Because wouldn't that be fucking cool? Like you hit the button, and he says all your favorite lines in Japanese, but the mouth moves.
That'd be cool, but I couldn't see him doing that.
$400. Well, they better be doing a lot of stuff for $400.
$311 right now. Actually, $306 right now.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Price keeps going down. I like the battle damage parts. I never really got to look at them, and it's like got hoses and shit all hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Justin said that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, just
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, I was trying to find that picture you were talking about.
It's okay.
No worries.
It's fine. It's fine.
Put your hater ass on the back burner.
Oh, but your
I
butthole
think
in
it
the
looks
back
cool.
burner.
I like how the side pieces turn into the leg parts, like the side parts of the cab.
Oh yeah, they swing down and yeah, that is
they're
pretty
doing
sweet.
stuff here. They're doing some stuff here.
So the I guess like the repaired bay drone thing, like did that ever come apart in? I don't think we ever saw it in a cartoon, did we?
Oh no,
like
no,
being pulled by a roller,
not.
like it's an interesting thing they've added to it.
No, I don't think it never. Was it even shown in the?
Well, Justin,
cartoon?
did you ever see the trailer disappear onto your shelf or in your closet?
That's true.
It's form? Ugh. No, I'm just kidding.
He just told you.
No, I think this thing looks pretty cool, man. Like, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. Like, I've been skeptical.
Are you really though?
I am. I've been skeptical of Masterpiece figures. Matt, why are you trying to take up Bobby's role? Like, every time I say something, you're like, are you?
Somebody's got. I'm just trying to fill the role sometimes. You know.
I
fill
think
the
it looks
holes.
pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. I'm sure I'm gonna like it when I get it, and I'm sure I'm not gonna regret it.
So.
And I'm still probably gonna get that. If it's good, I'm still gonna get the. What's that company you guys
Magic
like?
Square?
Magic Square.
I'm still probably gonna get that one.
$109.
A desk toy.
So let me ask you this real quick, and I've just noticed this now, because I was looking at the truck. I'm like, something is not sitting to me right about the truck. Did anyone notice that the silver stripe's missing?
He didn't have the silver stripe on the cartoon.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm sure that's probably why. But like it hit me. I'm like, that's what I'm not liking about the truck is that silver stripe's missing.
A lot of people have been pointing that out.
Yeah.
Just.
I'll put a magic marker to it if you want me to on your.
I'll paint it for you with my hairbrush.
Sounds good. I'm sure also Repro Labels will.
You don't have any
people
hair
covered for that, so.
So yeah, that's cool.
What is that Starscream head? Is that the
MP11
head?
I don't think so.
Oh Lord.
Its own thing, probably.
We're about to go. No, there's a sculpt for it. We're about to go through this again in a year or two.
That's actually what someone said. Is that this is a new Starscream head? Does that mean that we're getting a new
God,
MP
I hope
Starscream
so.
at some point?
That'd be fucking awesome.
Which
Well,
means,
please
you know, MP Seekers.
Drop your cone heads first before fucking make Toy Spit Stairs out, because I'm tired. I'm so tired.
I need some cone heads too. I'm waiting for Make Toys to bring their cone heads out.
I don't mind. I don't mind buying. I mean, what is it? I mean, seriously, this is in. When did MPO1 come out? 2003.
Something like that, yeah.
And it's 2018, so 15 years we've gotten 3 Masterpiece Primes. And people are like, oh, oversaturation of the market.
3 different MP Primes, but I mean, like, they've been released, like, at least 18, 19 times.
30 times at least.
Japan likes that shit.
Yeah.
MP10 got released at least 5 to 10 times, I think. Probably.
The thing here that strikes me is this MP Starscream head. If it works, it might be going on my Make Toy Seeker. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, looks.
A lot of people will do that, probably.
The part, right?
Yeah, he does. He's got that surprise look.
What I was gonna say about Prime is Prime's an icon character. Hey, Matt.
Hey, baby.
Just let me finish. So you can like Prime's Prime. Like, how many Seekers do you need to cower in the corner while Prime's and Megatron are fighting? Like, we should get, if anything, we should get a new Prime and a Megatron every couple of years from all the companies. I mean, I guess we kind of do with Prime at least. But so what's next?
What we got, Matt? I think that's it. That's listener questions. Matt muted because he's talking to his wife.
Yeah, okay. Wait, they got super quiet. I thought the call dropped. What's next?
So what are we waiting for? Anyway, so I don't think Matt has any more things to chime in.
I'm sorry, but I'm back here.
Oh, hey, Matt, how are you?
Hey, good. How you doing?
How's Belisa?
She's fine. She just got home.
If
She
you want to
got me
jump on,
Chick-fil-A. Yeah.
Put her
How you
on.
want to jump on, baby? She said she's good.
I'm not up to date.
Say hi to Justin and Greg.
and all the listeners out there.
Yes, and all the listeners. But yeah, that's all we got for news.
List them by name.
What now?
List all the listeners by name, Lisa.
So I guess we're moving on to questions. We have one question from our number one fan, number one stunner, MP Collector. I guess I'll read it. It's short, so I can probably get away with it. We have got, he said, Dear FTU crew, we have gotten brand new Masterpiece molds from Takara, from Optimus Prime, soon to be twice, and Megatron. We have also been substantial update sticker molds. By now, it is pretty clear that we shouldn't be surprised if Takara gives us updated or completely new molds for any of the main G1 cast. For this week's question, I was wondering which character you think will get a version 2.
Did you say substantial?
Did I say it? I said it. I said it right the first time.
Substantial?
Yeah, Subdaniel. Subdaniel. It's Subdaniel. So which do you think will get a version 2 next up? Grimlock, Soundwave, or maybe Rodimus? What do you guys think, MP Collector?
I think we're going to get a version 2 MP44 next year.
I was thinking that we would see like a redo of MP Rodimus at some point. But like then they released that reissue, and now I'm not quite sure if that's, I don't know what the fate of that's going to be.
Yeah, but that's the last hurrah. They re-released MP. Like that's what they do.
I guess that's true. That's true. They do that. One more.
Yeah, one more of the old mold, and then all of a sudden you see the new one. They did it with MP01. They did it with MP3. What's that source screen?
The green
and then you saw MP11. Yeah, they did another round of reissues of those secret molds before they put out Thundercracker and Starscream. Well, Starscream and the Thundercracker in America, and then eventually Thundercracker and Skywarp.
It's true.
I'm surprised they haven't done Soundwave. Have they done? No, they did Soundwave, didn't they?
They haven't redone him.
Oh. Well, they did. Okay, they just repacked him with the tapes and stuff.
Yeah, they did because they did the Takara, and then they did the Hasbro, which was, I think, the same price or less with all the tapes.
Yeah, it had the 5 tapes, yeah.
And then they did the Year of the...
Oh, the Year of the Horse. I think it was Year of the Horse, the gold one.
Yeah, Horse, and they did that Linkin Park one, and then they did a Sound Blaster. That was way before. That was before the Year of the Horse.
Yeah.
And then they did the Toy House Factory one, and they did there's a chaos, but yeah, they did. They've released that mold a few times.
I feel like that's the type of that particular mold you could easily like translate to like give it some extra paint work and stuff and like a slightly different color, and I feel like that one more than a lot of the MP molds you can make that like a kind of a tune accurate version. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that would be pretty easy to do without needing to make a whole new version of it, I guess.
Repro Labels has 2 different sets of cell shaded chess pieces.
Yeah.
And I order one of them. They're gonna be like, oh, yeah. MP plus. Yeah, they have. They have one that's got like a lot of the light blue squigglies, and then they got one that looks like the movie.
Oh,
they
really?
have like a standard anime version, and then they have a movie version.
So I've heard some mixed message about them. So I've heard their quality's gone down, but has it really gone down? Are they still really good stickers?
I'll be honest with you, man. The only thing I've ordered from them in ages has been
symbols. Autobahn set.
The last actual set I got from them was when the Laserbeak came with a voucher. Or no, it was the Laserbeak had the voucher, and then the MMC Ravage, they put out a set, and I put half the set on, and I gave up and scraped them off because they just weren't for me. And then the Laserbeak, I don't even think or did it come with labels? It might have come with one set. You got it came with one set for Buzzsaw, and then you get a voucher for the Laserbeak ones. I can't remember. Like, I think it came with one. You got a voucher to get the other one at a discount or even free if you bought something else. But I just didn't. I didn't mess with them. I mean, because at this point, like the way that collection's going, like I'd rather not have all the extra details. Like I'm actually going back and taking labels off.
Okay.
Yeah, anything I have that has labels, they're staying on until they come off on their own. But like for the most part, like I don't really care about the labels anymore. Like I put the faction symbols on, and that's it.
Yeah, I do too. I don't think I can't remember the last time I even bought from Ripper labels.
Yeah, it's different. It's definitely different.
So, which character y'all think is gonna get a version 2?
I think you're gonna see a Rodimus.
Yeah, I think you'll see a Rodimus.
I don't think you'll see a Hot Rod, but I think you'll see Rodimus.
Well, yeah, there's a Hot Rod not too long ago.
You think Fans Toys gonna release their Hot Rod?
Yes.
It's supposed to be. I think it was supposed to have been this month, and I got pushed back. So maybe February or after Chinese New Year.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see it.
Because because against all odds, Fans Toys pushed back some releases this year.
Yeah, one of those. What? Fans Toys? They never push new stuff.
It sucks.
They released something today, so you know.
Yeah, it sucks because I that's one of the ones I actually want, and now I'm like, I don't have any fucking money. So hopefully it won't sell out. Hopefully all these people that are like, I'm keeping my DX9, hopefully they don't change their mind.
Well, Cyclones is still around. He didn't sell out, so I don't think 6-shot will sell out.
I remember when, like, I feel like it's been like almost a year since, like, they had originally said, like, yeah, 6-shot should be here, you know, like by the end of the month, and you know, like a year later, and now he's finally here, you know. So
it's been 2 years. This next May, I think, will be 3 years, if it's that long. If we all live that long, that I've had Trailbreaker on my "This is what I'm for my birthday" list.
Yeah, I sold my speed bump, whatever, the Bad Cube one, thinking that Fan Toys was going one, and then I heard rumors that Takara was going to do one, so I sold mine. So now I'm waiting. I'm like, God, do I need to go get another one or something? Or
yeah, that's the thing. Like, I understand selling it before it's released because you're like, well, I want to get the most money for it. You know, like Bad Cube Sunstreaker was like, yeah, you know, $20 now because, you know, they were Takara was releasing their Sunstreaker, but at the same time, it's like, if they don't, you know,
yeah, you're kind of.
I'm gonna have to buy this again at potentially arm and a leg prices. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I guess.
Matt, who do you think is gonna get a version 2?
Man, I wish they really wouldn't do a version 2 and just put out some new stuff, to be honest. But I mean, I can see Rodimus. I mean, he's a popular character, especially if they fix, you know, the knees to Rodimus. I know a lot of people have problems with theirs. I don't even transform mine. I don't even want to even see if it breaks or not. So,
supposedly it got fixed in the reissue.
Oh, did they? Well, that's good.
But I mean, yeah.
I got the first one from when it first came out.
Do you have the Hasbro or you have the?
I had the Takara. I had the Hasbro, but I sold the Hasbro one. I still have the Takara one.
Because the Takara Rodimus didn't have the broken knees thing. That was the I guess
was it the Hasbro
better
one?
Turn the Nemesis Rodimus had the broken knees thing.
No, I think the version 1 Takara did, and they fixed that in the version 2.
I'm trying to think, what did version 1 have wrong? Because there was something wrong, but it wasn't the knees. I think it was the elbows were weird with it.
No, they changed those too, but I think it was the knees. The knees was the big fix, and the difference was the Hasbro had the shoulder issue. And
yeah, I remember Hasbro was not pinned properly, or the pins were too small or something, and people were like, I didn't even touch it, and I came home from work and his arm is lying on the shelf, you know?
They were popping in the packages like popcorn at Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Well, they had an issue with that because that was right around when that reissue Seacon set came out.
Mm-hmm.
And Kit got me that for Christmas, and I remember opening it up on Christmas Eve, and I put it up on the shelf, and I came downstairs all groggy to get some water, like Christmas morning, like early. It was still dark, and I didn't have Alexa, so I couldn't be bothered to turn on the light. I was just walking through the living room, and I stepped on a bunch of sharp shit, and I'm like, the fuck is this? And I looked down, and Snaptrap's leg had just shot in multiple parts across the room. Because every time I tried to get out of the way and, like, not step on it, I stepped on something even sharper. And, like, it just shattered. And there were springs and screws and pieces of plastic everywhere.
I wonder if my Theacons are still intact. Been living with them forever.
That was a shitty reissue.
Wow. Fucked up, man.
Don't tell Kit that, because that's my favorite toy. That was the first Transformers ever bought.
I'm texting her right now.
It's fine. I'll have her number.
All right. Well, I guess that's it, folks.
Moving on.
Anybody want to say anything?
More questions?
Do y'all want to read more questions? We got? Oh, we do got some.
We got 3 more questions.
You can read. I don't know how to read.
Oh.
I fucked up the first one, so.
All right, I'll read the next one. Hold on. This one's. Let's save this next one for Bobby.
Oh, yeah, congrats, Bobby. Okay, yeah.
Well, just because. The next one's referencing Bobby. I just feel like if it references a specific person, you should hold on. Well, Van, these dudes have a hard-on for Bobby. Yeah, and Bobby gets scolding on this last one. So, yeah, let's just go then.
Oh, we're good? We're good?
Well, I mean, read the questions. Look at it.
No, I read them. Yeah, they're,
It's referencing something specifically Bobby said, and, it's got statues. And the next one's got full of Star Wars references, so we got to save that one. And then this one, we're going to roast Bobby for putting Optimus Prime, putting Baby in the corner.
Yeah, you don't put Baby in the corner, because...
Put Baby in the corner.
All right, well, thank you very much for listening to us. Go check us out on Podbean, YouTube, all the good social networks and everything. And yeah, I guess we'll be back next week. Hopefully, we'll have the full crew. And sorry you got the B crew this week, but
not sorry.
Shit happens. Yeah, I'm sorry, not sorry. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we didn't have the B crew this week.
Oh.
We had the M crew, we had the G crew, we had the J crew.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have the R crew, so
MJG.
No B crew.
Some B crew. All right. Good night, folks.
Shardouts to Cool Table Network, ROC, Andy's Around, Toy Detox, Plastic Fanatics, Spirit Vultures, Nerd Rage Radio, 8 Weeks.
And my personal favorite, the well-established Gentleman's Show, Stasis Lock.
At Real Robot, at Fear Corpse.
I am Ratchet.
Third Party TF Crashers and Open Your Toys Podcast.
This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. Its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now.
Shut the fuck